Hi, my name is Diane Goble, and I'm the author of a book called The Path to Peace and Joy, which is a practical meditation. I'm going to read a little bit from the book from the chapter on the chakras. And let me start out with a quote from Albert Einstein. It is entirely possible that behind the perception of our senses, worlds are hidden of which we are unaware. So bearing that in mind, you've seen this symbol before, the caduceus, and there's a picture. The symbol of the medical profession. Two snakes intertwined around a sword with wings at the top. Would you believe it also represents awakened Kundalini? Interesting symbol for a bunch of people who don't believe in what they can't see, but think they are enlightened anyway. Esoterically, this symbol reads Kundalini rising up the spinal column to the crown chakra, bringing illumination. Kundalini energy is represented by the two snakes. The sword is the spinal column, and the wings represent freedom from the limitations of the physical world, enlightenment. The snakes intersect at each chakra. Kundalini is the snake who tempted Eve. Awakened Kundalini is represented by the upraised serpent on the top of ancient Pharaoh's headpiece. The snake is the energy that lies coiled in the regenerative organs of the human male and female until it is activated either spontaneously or purposefully, bringing illumination of the soul and God awareness to the human being. If this energy were to suddenly shoot up through the head, the human being would probably spontaneously combust. But there is a system in place to moderate its ascent, to allow the human being to adjust to the higher vibrations gradually. Unfortunately, it often happens spontaneously to people who are unaware of what is happening, and a person may become delusional, psychotic, and out of control. It is not physical, it can't be observed or measured, so in order to understand it, we have to use our imaginations. Scientists hate this stuff. As you read through this, try to imagine spinning cups and colored vortices of energy, because later you will use these images in meditation as you begin to work with your own chakras and learn to balance your own energy. The drawing below represents the 7 chakras that we will be talking about here. There are more. Chakras are vortices of light, color, and sound, gateways to other dimensions, and psychological mirrors. They correspond to the spine and certain organs and glands and mirror our evolutionary state. They are the points of contact between the etheric and physical bodies where life force is drawn in, enters the glands, and disperses into the bloodstream. The chakras are also relevant to the birthing and dying process as the soul enters or withdraws from the body. And here is a picture of all of the chakras: the crown chakra, the brow chakra, the throat chakra, the heart chakra, the solar plexus, the navel or sacral chakra, and the root chakra. If you look at the world the way it is today, you can see that a lot of human beings have Kundalini activated as far as the solar plexus. Their lives are dominated by selfishness, anger, hate, lust, envy, greed, vengeance, retaliation. They are stuck in their animalistic tendencies and are unable to see that the world could be any different. To the credit of religions, they have lifted many human beings to living from their heart center, but they have kept us from reaching higher. The heart is the center point, the fulcrum, the place where we find balance and harmony, but it is not the final destination. Religions teach love and compassion, even though in many cases religious leaders drift down to their lower chakra energy, often damaging those who believed in them and leaving them disillusioned. Just what the current scandal in the Catholic Church is about. Many ministers of various faiths give in to the temptations of sex, money, and power. It's like being on a seesaw. All the more reason to raise our energy above the heart, where we see things more clearly from a higher perspective, where we have a more comprehensive view of life of the whole and are less likely to drop back to our lower egoic needs. The challenge is that sexual energy is activated in the root chakra. As you begin to work with chakra energies, you may experience an increased desire for sex, which comes from the ego wanting to pull you back and keep you indulging in lower energy activities. Priests and monks and nuns beat themselves up over what they consider impure thoughts, but that's not it at all. Sex is a natural human function. Nothing shameful about it, no need to do without it. Just save some of that energy to increase the energy needed to activate Kundalini, which will bring you to heights of ecstasy you never imagined possible. Too much sexual activity, especially meaningless or forced sex, depletes the energy needed to activate higher consciousness activities. Meditation helps us to direct that energy upwards to open the head centers and evolve the consciousness. The counterbalance is transmuting the sexual energy into creativity and seeing yourself as you really are, a powerful spiritual entity exploring the physical world in a human body. When you are avidly working on that aspect, the baser instincts atrophy from lack of attention, and life on earth becomes an adventure into the wonders and mysteries of the universe. Doesn't mean you have to give up sex, but you may want to experience tantric sex to transmute the energy to a higher level for more soul-satisfying experiences. The challenge is to become enlightened and still contribute to society. I can tell you how to become enlightened, but you have to learn to make it work in your life. As a practical example, I mean you can still have a career as a .com CEO, but do some meaningful volunteer work, or if you're a busy soccer mom, take a Tai Chi class for yourself. You're seeking balance. Begin by making healthier lifestyle choices as you seek balance over extremes. Sort out your belief system to see if it matches your current values and discover your purpose in life. Make peace with friends, loved ones, your community. Become one with your understanding of God. Namaste.